first, I know you get asked a lot of college football questions, and I'm just curious to what you expect from this season, particularly from Alabama and Clemson.
I think they're the two best teams in the country. When it's all said and done, I think they'll be in the championship game. Georgia is a good football team, too. I think Auburn is going to be an improved football team. I think Tennessee is going to be a better team. You can't pick out the top 5, 6 without having LSU in there. So I think the best teams in the country are going to come from the Southeastern Conference, other than Clemson.
And, I mean, you're close to that Texas A&M program. Jimbo has had some success to this point, but the SEC West is so difficult.
Yeah,
how do you see A&M fitting in?
Well, they can have a better team than they had last year, and they can still lose more games. You know, they got to play Alabama, they got to play Clemson, they got to play Georgia, they got to play LSU. They've got a tough schedule now. The tough schedule doesn't bother me. When I was coaching at A&M, my 3 preseason games one year was LSU, Baton Rouge, Ohio State and Columbus, University of Michigan and Ann Arbor. Those are my preseason games. And now everybody plays 2 or 3 easy games because they won't be bowl eligible. They want to win 6 games. Now I see where Coach Saban is wanting to say, hey, let's pick up the schedule. Let's play at least 9 tough games and maybe have 1 or 2 that, and I think he's absolutely right. You know, as expensive as a ticket is, and you're going to go to a game, you don't really see somebody beat somebody 60 points, that much better. As an example, Texas A&M is opening up with Abilene Christian. Now, there's no way Abilene Christian can compete with Texas A&M. You know, that's just personal opinion. And that's just like when they get into the playoffs, I think that whoever has the best record ought to play at least 1 game at home. Somewhere along the line, we've got to give a little consideration to the fans. You know, the fans that follow Alabama, they can't go to the West Coast this week and the East Coast next week. You know, they just can't do that. So whoever finishes first, if they play 4th, ought to play that game at home.
So you would prefer for the playoff, the semifinal games to be at home sites?
Yeah.
Would you leave it at the 4 teams?
Yeah. And, well, no, I think it ought to be 8 teams and have each team have each major conference have a winner, and then have a couple of the large teams.
And then if you did that, you know, the season's pretty long now. Would you prefer them to go back to playing 10 regular season games like they did early in your career?
Yeah, just cut back one of those games. But if you're going to have a playoff, don't let it depend on somebody making the decision. Now, in my opinion, Notre Dame was not as good as Georgia. Notre Dame goes as they're one of the top 4, Georgia's not. If Georgia had played Notre Dame, I think they would have beat them every time. But yet somebody was making the decision. And so I just think that if you're going to pick 4 or 6 teams, let it be decided in the arena and not by a committee.
And that's why you would prefer an expanded playoff with conference champions.
That's right. Then you won something.
You know, you referenced the committee that picks the college football playoff teams. Would you be interested in serving on that at all?
They would never ask me. I'd serve on it in a heartbeat. I really think that whoever serves on the committee ought to be able to pick 4 teams by themselves with no help from anybody. Because they're experts on who the best teams are, but you can't do that. So they sit around in a room and they talk about it. So obviously the consensus is who the 4 best teams. But I think if you're going to be on the committee, you ought to be able to pick them by yourself without any help from anybody.
Last thing I wanted to ask you: you look well You seem to be moving well. Just how's your health these days?
Well, I've had 2 strokes and a heart attack, and my right leg from here down is numb. So I have a little trouble walking. But I was weed eating this morning. I'm 84, and so I work every day. One of 2 things happen to you when you get a little older. You either rust out or you wear out. I'm not going to rust out. I'll wear out.
Do you get a chance to go to, or do you have any plans to go to Alabama or Clemson this year?
I'll see Alabama play A&M. I know I'm going to see that. And I'll see Clemson play a couple of games, but I do 6 and 7 radio shows a week. Well, if you go to a game, that's the only game you can see. There's one game at 11 o'clock, one at 2 o'clock, one at 4 o'clock, so if you're going to do the shows, you have to be somewhat knowledgeable about what happens. And as a result of that, I don't go to about 2 or 3 colleges yet. The coach of the Cleveland Browns, Freddie Kitchens, he played for me. So I'd like to see them play. The coach of Tennessee, Jimmy Pruitt, he played for me. Well, obviously, my interest is in Texas A&M and Alabama, and then Dabo played for them. So I've been sort of a little bit of a bind, really.